Hello, my name is Olamide Bola, and today I will be presenting the economic effects of colorism, a preliminary analysis. Colorism was a term coined by the writer and social activist Alice Walker, and it generally refers to discrimination that's based upon an individual's skin tone, in particular dark skin tone. It should be noted that colorism often coexists with racism from outgroups. For example, a white person can display both colorism and racism simultaneously toward a Black person. It's also of note that there's evidence of colorism within all racial groups, including white people. So a lot of the literature has been done by sociologists, a bit by economists, and it's looked at the effects of dark skin almost as a penalty. And so with regards to prison sentences, the way students are treated in schools. There's also been studies on resource allocation of mixed race families, which shows that generally light-skinned children may be allocated more resources in schools. Lighter-skinned children may have better treatment, be perceived as more intelligent, or have better behavior. And then of course, and when we're looking at prison sentences, we are seeing that darker skinned males often receive longer or harsher prison sentences on average than their lighter skinned counterparts for the same crimes. However, there's a lot of room for expansion. There hasn't been a lot of work in this arena done by economists. And when there has been work, of course, on economic outcomes, oftentimes people may include race, but not look at a skin tone differential. So my question is, can the economic effects of colorism be traced through generations? So I hypothesize that if we were to look at historical data, that counties with high proportions of mixed race people will be better off in contemporary times. And I think that this will be due to mixed race people having better access to education, higher literacy rates, higher net worths than Black headed households, and just better access to universities. So the data I used historical census records, and I also used modern data. This data is at the county level. It does include race data and education level, labor force participation, as well as median household income. Okay, so I ran through regressions, and I looked at the effects of the percent of a population in historical times that was mixed race. And I looked at the effect on median household income, unemployment rate, and education today. And the main kind of thing of importance I want to point out is what I call the quote unquote mulatto Black differential, which is essentially just a measure I looked at where if the population, it was the percent of the Black population that is only Black minus the percent of the Black population that is mixed race all over. And if it was positive, meaning there were more only Blacks in a county, then the measure could be as positive as it wanted, but if there are more mixed race people, it would be negative. And so it is of note that this has a inverse relationship with median household incomes. In other words, saying that the more only full Black people, as opposed to mixed race Black people in a county, we see a negative correlation with the median household income. In the modern data, we see a positive relationship with unemployment rate and a negative relationship with the percent of the population that's college educated. So next steps, additional effects, address internal validity issues. Did some states have different laws for how mixed people were treated, establish a causal relationship? For instance, do we see kind of like this access or this privilege due to skin color? Is it because a parent was white and they had better access to resources and things of that nature? So again, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.